everybody. How y'all doing? How we doing? Welcome to Jarrett Talk Interviews. As I interview people that have their own YouTube channel or business. Tonight, well, today, I have a bill for to give. I was on her channel a week ago, and we had a good conversation on Zoom link. Okay, when on YouTube live. Well, we were live. It was actually pre-recorded and we're live. But today it's gonna be a good live. Today we have a good friend. I know my we all together. So please tell the people how you started channel and how the name come from.
Got you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Nessa P, and I started my channel Reviving the Art, starting with the heart, based off of a card deck that I created. I actually have it with me. It's a compilation of questions that kind of ignite this or open the space for igniting below the surface conversations. And I came up with that concept because of this whole dating thing. And getting to know people, it's really easy to fall into routine conversations. And not necessarily take the deep dives below the surface in order to truly get to know them and also to get to know yourself. One thing that I'm noticing as I'm doing these podcast episodes and having these conversations is that a lot of these questions I probably have answered maybe years ago or maybe have never answered, in life. And so it's been really refreshing. It's a part of healing. And I know that that's where a lot of people are right now in their healing journey. Yeah.
What made you were you nervous when you start doing it?
Oh, yes. I was nervous. I used to have a little anxiety. I cared a little bit about too much what people thought, really. And I'm noticing now as I'm growing in it that the nerves aren't really there. It's just a conversation. Most of them have been with people that I've known for at least 3 months or so. But yeah, I was definitely nervous. And now it's more so like, are the people that I'm talking to gonna cut up? I'm be nervous about what they gonna say.
I'm trying not to cut, but okay. But
Oh.
how how how, how long have you started your YouTube channel? What year did you start it?
Oh, I just started last year actually in 2025,
Mm-hmm.
last fall. And it came later in the fall when I got the copyright back for the card deck. Because I didn't want to necessarily go full force until I had everything in order.
What the name came from you or somebody else? Like I want you to start your YouTube channel. What name come from?
It just came from what it is. It's surviving the art of conversation. I think that even before COVID, but especially after COVID,
Mm.
people hid behind screens a lot and didn't necessarily use their skills to hold meaningful conversations. It was more so like a coping thing, really, to be reminded that we're not alone or we weren't alone while going through that. And I think that when I was going through the times of COVID, that I just I had a lot of time. I had a lot of time to sit and chat with my previous partner about whatever the things that came up were, and it really just kind of opened up my eyes. I didn't have the title in mind back then, those years ago. But when I went through therapy, I had a lot of conversations with my clinician at the time. And then I started with another therapist when I moved back to Georgia. And she was just like, these are really good questions. People need these questions because I started back dating and started back talking to people to get to know them for the intent to date. And I don't want to move in the way of just um building on a connection based off of attraction, because I've learned that just because you're attracted to people doesn't mean that you're supposed to date them. It could have a higher purpose in, your interactions, like the why behind the what one of my friends says all the time. And so it's just that it's reviving the art of communication.
What was your very first live on your channel, and what? And the second question is, do you ever go back and watch and rewatch the video of the live and talk to yourself like, hey, I think I did a pretty good job, but do you ever sit there after you get off the live or video and like, I think I did pretty good. What you think?
The very first one was actually with my best friend, Latoya from Toya Renee Talks. And it was a blessing. I've gone back to watch it maybe once or twice, because the conversation was so pure and authentic. It was so good, so rich with substance. And it yeah, that one right there was just like, okay, all right, let me, because I felt comfortable with her because I know her. That's why I asked her to be on there first. And she knows what this movement is of reviving the arts. I know the heart, and not just the movement of reviving the art, but just me and my journey, like what I'm about. And it was awesome. Yeah.
When you go live, when you put it this way, the short not count. I know you don't you put short out, but those do not count. What the shortest video have you posted and the longest video have you posted, along with the lives?
Oh goodness. Okay. So the shortest video I posted it was maybe like it was a clip from episode 4, and not many people know that. And I did a clip because I felt like the content was a bit vulgar. From the person that I was speaking with. It got kind of raunchy. and and um, I didn't want to have that be tied to what I'm doing, because as a woman of God, like I gotta be careful, right? Like, yes, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm,
be myself, but also
mm-hmm.
I have the wisdom to know, right, what to put out there and what to, keep on reserve or whatnot. But I kept the key piece from that as an introduction to continue to put people to keep watching the podcast. And the longest video, I want to say it might have been episode 8, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to go back and actually look at that. On that one in particular, we had a time. We had a time. We were here at the house, and it was someone that she didn't know what her questions were. She was a little nervous. And everybody is typically like prior to answering the questions, because they're at random. And so as the conversation kept going, we were talking a lot about church, talking about relationships, talking about how people's disappointments change how you deal with people. Like when somebody disappoints you, how does that change how you deal with other people? And yeah, it was awesome. It was natural. It flowed quite smoothly. I was excited about it. It gave me more insight on that person, and helped me to see things from a different light.
Who was the very first YouTuber have you watched and learned from to get on YouTube?
The very first YouTuber I watched. That's a great question, Jared. I honestly don't remember, but I'll talk about my friend Toya Renee because I watch her sometimes. She's
Well,
pretty awesome. She's natural with it, and I enjoy. going back to watch or watching on her lives, because of the way that she executes and delivers the information from what she's given from God. And it's pure. And a lot of people need to hear what she has to say.
So did she tell you to get on YouTube, or you like she like, I want you to get on YouTube. I want you to do your thing. 'Cause I know you love to do it. What did she tell you that hey
I
what
don't know
the
if she told me to. I think, and Toya, you in the comments. I see you. You, if you remember, I don't think that she told me to, but I remember going to her because I know that she had already started her channels before. Like but she wasn't new to that. She was true to it, and so like I would ask her pointers, ask her, how she got started, or just little clerical things, so that I could feel more comfortable in moving forward with it. And she, with all the skill sets she has, like she also edits my podcast for me. She's amazing in all the
I,
work that she does.
I was just asking. You don't edit your videos, right?
No.
You, so
Yeah,
okay. So what do
yeah.
you love what you do right now?
I
Be honest. Be
do.
honest.
I really do. I do. So okay, let me give you I do a lot, Jared. Like I don't think I got to tell you everything that I do. But aside from my
Okay.
podcast, I got you. I'm also, you know that I'm a special ed teacher. I'm a behavior therapist. I am an educational consultant. I am an author. And I also, what else have I been doing? Child. I do a lot. I sing for my church. Um, and on top of that, just try to maintain taking care of myself, really. Um, but yeah, I enjoy all of what I do. Um, there are some transitions happening in my career field, choices, my opportunities. It's time for me to switch some things up, and yeah, I'm growing in that.
What the if you weren't doing YouTube, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this? If you weren't doing
If I
this,
wasn't on the podcast,
if you weren't doing
oh.
YouTube or Zoom link and everything, what would your backup plan? What would your backup plan be?
To continue to just focus on the books. Yeah. To just give the books. I've been the card deck I wrote, and then I also wrote this, Honesty is Key. It's a journal, a guided journal for dating with depth, discernment, and divine intention. And so working on works like that, I'm also working on a work with my sister Latoya. Um, which will be complete before this year is over. And it's going to be a game changer for sure. I want to work on some children's books. I'm working on teacher and parent curriculums for my educational consulting business. I own that business. Um, and so I would really just be focusing on those other big things if I wasn't doing the podcast. But the podcast serves as an example of how the conversations can go when you play the game.
Hmm. What the what let's get with the special education because I'm in part of the I was in the special ed class. But what was the what's the hard part? What's the hard part being an education special ed teacher?
Oh, baby. Okay. The hardest part, Jared, is feeling like you're undervalued, underappreciated for all that
Mm,
you do. Cuz and that's making me emotional, Jesus.
it's okay.
Because being I appreciate you. Being a
Hmm.
teacher is hard work. It's a calling. It's a response to the needs that there are within these classrooms. And I've had a lot of babies who needed a lot of love,
Hmm.
including their education. But they needed way more than I thought that I was going to have the capacity to give them. And the hardest parts have been honestly going through the situations where I've been physically assaulted by kids. Yeah, I've gotten hit, I've gotten spat on, I've gotten kicked, I've gotten
Wow.
bitten, all the things.
Wow.
Like, and the biggest like upset for me was when a parent I encountered to address the issue with her kid was just like not taking accountability, or like not even trying to like um to address the fact that her child did what she did. Like the kid spat in my mouth, and that's like the highest level of assault to me. Like, nah, bro, I was ready to fight.
So they make you like completely frustrated or anything.
Say it
They
again.
make you they make you really frustrated doing that.
Yeah, it frustrated me because a child literally intentionally spat in my mouth. Like I
Mm,
know her intent wasn't to spit in my mouth, but to like spit on me. I feel like going back to slavery days, that was the lowest degrading thing that you could do to a black person. Like
mm,
was to spit on them.
mm,
Like that's nasty. And I'm
mhm.
not knocking people who enjoy exchanging saliva. I'm not, do you, baby? But
Right, right,
this
right.
child,
I know it
this
count.
child
I know
didn't
it's
belong
challenging.
to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what the
And
what
so
the
I
good
was just
thing?
like, oh,
Well, what's the good thing
mm.
about being a special ed teacher? What's the good thing about it?
It's very rewarding. It's so rewarding. I enjoy the most when I see their light bulbs go off. Like when they're finally understanding something that I taught them, like that is the most heartwarming thing. Not just when it comes to academics, but how they behave themselves.
Mhm,
Like because they watch me. I am the model. I am, their example. And so the most rewarding thing is to see them grow and also myself grow while in the process. I've gained so much more patience. I've
mhm,
gained more discipline. I've gained the ability to collaborate well with others. I've learned how to work through challenging situations while still keeping my cool. Like, and I'm not a high temper person where it takes a lot to push my buttons to get me
mhm.
upset.
Right.
But yeah, even when I was upset, I didn't like because some of the things that I've dealt with, other people, including some principals, would be like, "Oh no, I would have lost my job. Y'all could have had this badge." Like I'm just like, "But y'all expect us to deal with this?"
Right. 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 I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many people are in the class with you? Is it just you and another person, or is it just you by yourself?
That's me by myself. So in special education, there are different models of special ed, and that's part of what I'm teaching with my educational consultant business.
Mhm,
You have different models. You have interrelated services where it's like the least restrictive environment where
mhm,
you have a kiddo who might be in the general ed setting receiving special ed services from a special ed teacher or a paraprofessional. You have resource or a small group, you come out of the general ed setting for those services. That's a little bit more restrictive, but it's still one of the least restrictive models. Where they come out for maybe 2 to 3 hours out of the day and then go back with their general ed peers for the rest of their time. And then you have a most restrictive environment, which is the self-contained classrooms, where they are separate from their general ed peers majority of the day, at least 80% of their day. And for me, though, this year I've been so blessed and fortunate between this year and last year as I go through this transition, my caseloads have been so small. Um, I've had at most this year, maybe six at a time. And these are like kindergartners and first graders. And people look at me crazy when I say I want kindergarten and first grade because they're so full of extra life. Like they're full of life, but at that age, and then they have their exceptionalities, they're like, I'm here. Like, but it's just me when I serve them. Most times, since I share a classroom now with my teacher, Rumi, my homie. and she sometimes she's there to intervene with my kids too, and that's a big support when I need it, especially when a kid is in a behavior Because that gets tiresome dealing with those intensive behaviors.
So when the buses come, I know they're special ed buses, but when the buses come,
Mhm.
you go out to the bus and help them out off the buses, or do
I
the
do.
bus drivers come and help them out to the classroom?
So that's how my day starts actually. When I get to work around 6:45, right? To get the
Mm-hmm.
students off of the bus, or 6:40 because they get off at 6:45.
Mm-hmm.
And there's three buses at my school that we get our special needs babies off. And I have runners. I have babies who are emotional, babies who are defiant, all. And so like it's been so many times where it's just been me for at least 10 minutes and it feels like an eternity to
Mm-hmm.
get these babies off the bus. Or me and another person, or maybe me and two other people. And it's been a lot, but once they have that routine in motion and know the expectation and know that I'm not about to play with you, like
Right.
get your little cute self off this bus, get in this cafeteria.
I seen that too. I seen that too.
Yes, and sit
Yeah,
down somewhere.
but
But sometimes bus drivers have help sometimes if they needed to.
and when they get the classroom, what's the first thing they do when they get in the classroom? Do they put their stuff in the closet and they say, "Hey, get your stretch map out"? What's the first thing they do when they get in the classroom?
I got you. So for me, since I'm an interrelated special ed teacher, my kids go to their general ed homerooms first. And when they get into their homeroom classes, they do unpack and they start their morning work. Sometimes it's math, sometimes it's writing, either they're practicing tracing their letters, if that's where they are in their skills, or writing their names, or if they are catching on to the content, they're given review work to do until it's time for them to go and transition into their restroom break for the morning. And then they start their lesson. My school is very prompt about starting at 7:45. Um, and then I'll go and get my kids after 8 or so, depending on how my morning went. Because sometimes this semester in particular, I had to stay with the kiddo for a while in his homeroom class because he just had a time trying to get regulated and ready for his day. But when my kids come to my classroom, when I go get them, I will have them go to their assigned seats. I have little slats on their desk with their names on it, and it's like their sticker chart. And so they
Okay.
know where to go, and they know how to go sit down. And that took training them too, though, to get them into the routine of knowing my expectations, knowing that you're earning the sticker, or you're earning your verbal praise, or you're earning a brain break, or whatever. Um, and so yeah, that's what it looks like for me.
So when the day started and before the kid come from the school, do you ever like sit
Mm.
in the classroom and like think about what they gonna be before the kid terrorize the classroom?
Um, I honestly, I used to. I used to need a minute to get ready for my day, to do that part. But honestly, like as I've continued to go into the motion of perfecting the craft and being a teacher, I I pray, on my way to work, about what I need God to do in me so that I can be my best self for them. And then I plan previously, like I'll plan the day before about what we're gonna do, or that Monday or that Friday when I do my lesson plans and everything. And if there's a kiddo that I have to like have extra preparation for, then I will have what he needs or she needs in place prior to, like their visual support that they need, their extra things. I'll have it in place. I try to be as prepared as possible. That's not always the case because I'm human. but
So
I do try.
I have my moderator in here. Please tell my moderator your YouTube channel so she will find it for you and people will find it, subscribe to your channel.
Absolutely. My YouTube channel is titled Reviving the Art, starting with the heart. The name on there is Nessa P 5C. Um, and that's where you'll find me.
Okay, that's if she continue finding. Um, when you get done, do the kids ever get homework when they then do they get homework or they go straight home?
Do they get to do their homework before
I
going
mean,
home?
do they have homework when the day's in,
Oh,
or do they just go straight home?
yeah. No, 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 no. They got homework. Yes.
So what kind of homework they give? What kind of homework you give them if they decide if they want to do any if they want to do any?
Um, so it varies. Every kid is supposed to get the same exposure to the content, the general ed content, if they're on that general ed track. And so they may get it in such a way that it's differentiated for them based on their needs. So say if they need a passage shortened, they're gonna read, but you don't have to read as much as everybody else because you're still working on your skills. Or
Mhm,
if it's adding, if the class is on two-digit addition and you're just on your single digits, that's okay. Here you go, take the single digit addition work. Or what I like to use, one of the programs in my district is touch math, when you just simply count the dots and you add it up and you write your number, that's it. um, but for to continue to have them in the practice of using those skills that they learned that day, it helps them to hold on and build on those skills. We don't just want to leave it to the teachers to do throughout the day, but for them to go home and practice and remember, because the teachers can't help them during their tests. We can't help
mhm.
them in the next grade. You're gonna have a whole nother person. And just in life, when you're out at the store, you got to know how to count so you can, use your money wisely.
Then- And how long have you been? How long have you been a special ed teacher?
Been teaching. This is my 11th year teaching.
Uh, You want to keep going,
Yeah.
or you want to keep going with time? You want to keep going, or you want
Poor
with time?
Jarrett. Um, Honestly, I am transitioning into becoming a full-time educational consultant. And so I am stepping out of the classroom in that capacity of being a teacher directly,
Mhm,
because I think that if I can raise up more teachers and educators who understand with my wealth of knowledge and experience, that I can plant more seeds that way than just me serving my caseload of six or seven or the kiddos just in my building. Um, and so that's been a bittersweet thing for me, because I love what I do. I love serving my kids. I love engaging and doing all the things, but I also know that God is calling me to do much more. So that's why I started Bridge to Ascend Educational Consultant Corporation back in August of 2025. And it's been very rewarding thus far. I'm just getting started. I'm reworking a few things, updating my website currently, because I had a coaching session and for business, and he was just like, you need to go rework this. Your prices are way too low. People are not going to come to that because it doesn't look like you believe in yourself. And I'm just like, he didn't say those words verbatim, but that's what I got from it. And I was just like, okay. It's like, why are you doubting yourself? Like, that's my conversations to me. Like, why was I doubting myself? It's called imposter syndrome, when you think that you're not good enough, or you don't have what you need in order to go forth and be all that that role entails, or all that you can be. And I'm not an imposter. I'm not new to the game. I'm true to it. I have all the experience in the world. I'm the expert. So it's like I'm finally like putting on my hat of courage and fully diving into that, the educational consultant business.
Let's get back to the your live out of the
Okay.
out of the guests have you had, including me? What the who what the most memorable guests have you had on your channel? Besides,
Oh my goodness. The most memorable. That's a great question. Um, Honestly, I don't have most memorable. I have a few. I have a few. I can't just pick one. They were all
give me the
unique and
give me the top
meaningful
three.
to
Give me
me.
the top three.
A top three? I
Yeah,
bet I could do a top three.
yeah.
Um, let's see. The very first one with Toya. Um, Episode 8. Um, and I want to say most memorable. Yours is very memorable.
I'm sure you're gonna think. I'm sure I'm gonna be on that list somewhere.
Yeah.
When I had you cracking up. I'm sorry, I had you cracking up that night. Sorry, I mean to do it,
You
but I had to do it.
did. You did. You had me rolling. It was funny. Good times. Good stuff.
Mm. But yeah,
Yeah.
we did on the Zoom. We get on the Zoom link and send the link to the
Mhm.
people. You tell them that hey, certain time, be back there, and you know what you're gonna say before you go live or anything, or you already know what you're gonna say, or you already know what you're gonna ask the people what you gonna.
I got you. So when I'm setting up a Zoom link, I simply just email them the link. I ask them for their email after they agree to sit and do the episode with me. And I typically already know how it's going to go in the flow of the beginning of each episode. And I'll give
Mm,
them the spiel like prior to us starting. I'll tell them, hey, so this is how this goes. Because everybody always asks me, what's my question? I don't know yet. It's random. Like, and so I'll reiterate that to the people and I will say, "You good? You okay? Should we go live? Will you behave yourself?" Or no, I was told, let me rephrase that. I need you to
right.
behave yourself. Should we go live? So, especially with the most recent episode that's coming out soon. Because that one is a character too. But yeah, I let them know how it's going to go. I'll introduce. I'll ask them to introduce themselves. I'll ask them if they want their name displayed a certain way, if at all. And then we go for it.
So I know most of the live was like the longest was like an hour, but I know most of them be like 45 minutes to an hour, right?
Yes.
And when you ever get let's put it what you ever get stuck on the question, and I mean you ever your brain get you have a question in your head, but you can't get the question out. You ever get stuck on the question?
Do I ever
Look,
like have to pause? Yeah. Sometimes that happens. I might take a minute to process, to come up with my follow-up question. A lot of times what I do is I have a notepad next to me while I am speaking with the person. And as I'm listening to them, I come up with some follow-up questions and it helps me so that I'm not like pausing for too long. We want to maximize our time. And so I do it that way on purpose if I have something to write with, or I'll just try to hold on to the question that comes to mind as I'm listening to them.
you ever write the question down, or you just I mean, do you ever while you answer the question, do you ever write the answer down while you on you have like a notebook or something, or you just
No,
know
I
what?
don't write the answers. I don't write the answers. I just kind of, I just look and speak, and it's recorded. So I'll go back in and listen and let it replay, um, in order to have that response from their questions, from the questions that I ask.
So when you do your questions, I mean, we get done with
Mhm.
with the library thing and said the how you did it, how you did. I know you did an amazing job. I know I want to have to get you back up here very soon and get on yours soon. But do you ever we get done? You ever and edit your video to YouTube? Oh man, how about that? We lost Nessa. We lost her. We lost her. We lost her. Okay,
Oh, I'm
but
back.
we
I'm sorry.
oh, it happened. That was the first time. But do you ever when you get done with the YouTube live
Mhm.
everything and get done? Do you ever watch? No afraid to put it. Do you look at the comment and say and see something that is not appropriate? Do you ever keep them or delete them?
If it's not appropriate, I delete it. I delete it. Yeah, I let that be what it is in the moment. And somebody told me, I want to say it was on episode 8, if I'm not mistaken. She was just like, let the
Mhm.
people be who they are.
Right.
Yeah, we can let people be who they are and still have some decorum. So
Oh.
it's like I will edit some things out if it becomes like too vulgar.
Mhm.
Then yeah, no, I can't just let that. Yeah, I can't just let it go like that. No.
Okay. Do you ever have a guest that that you having like a good conversation and you had to like cut him off in the middle of in the middle of the live? You ever had somebody
Hmm.
had this like they got out like complete out of hand that I'm gonna end this live right right then and now?
Hmm. Um.
Like
Yeah, I've had to. Yeah, like I'll like kind of say the thing in such a way that it's not necessarily offensive, or I just like, okay, but I appreciate you for taking the time out to come and chat with us today on this episode. Um, and I want to be respectful of people's time. So we're just gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Do it respectfully and all the things. Um, and so it's not in such a way that they are offended when it's time for me to hang it up, when it's time for us to end.
the what make you like what make you first the what's the pro and the con being a YouTuber? Being yourself
Ooh,
on YouTube and hey, what the pro and the con being a YouTuber?
the pros, let's start there. The pros of being a YouTuber are exposure. Um, it's having the platform for people to engage with you, um, and kind of get a feel for what you're about with your content. Um, it's I don't know, it's just that it's exposure. People to hear what it is that needs to be said. Um, and to be able to also see other people's content and engage with them too. The cons, once it's out there, it's out there. I mean, you can delete stuff, but people can go and download videos, or what I'm saying? Like, once the stuff is there, it's there. So if you don't want something out there that, you may want to take back later, I suggest not putting it up there in the first place. But
Like
but yeah.
like
Mhm.
what the, what kind of advice you gonna give to people who want to start their YouTube channel or start their especially a teacher, write a book or whatever. What kind of advice you want to get? What kind of advice you want to get to them? And if they, even if they're a your channel pop on their feed and they won't watch your channel and learn from you?
Okay. The best advice that I can give to anyone who wants to start any type of creative work is to just do it. Do it scared, do it nervous, do it without background, do it uncomfortable, just do it because there's a reason why it was put on the inside of you for you to relay those messages to other people. I would say do it and build your confidence as you go, so that you can reflect back and see in your own personal journey where you started and where you are now. And also to just be obedient. Like the things that I'm doing, I know that I'm being called to do. I know that it is a part of my assignment while I'm here on this earth. Um, and so it's like I didn't want to do it. I was uncomfortable. I was so
Why?
uncomfortable. So
Explain to people why it's uncomfortable.
why is it uncomfortable? Because
Yeah,
I
why
used to
is it
be very
uncomfortable?
shy. I used to be such a timid, shy person. Like
Hmm.
as a little girl, I used to like hide under my mama's dress when people would come around. Like I was that shy. I didn't want to be in the spotlight. Like I'm not an attention seeker for real, like from everybody.
Hmm.
Um, and so it's just like, what if I fail? What if I say something wrong? What if I and then I had to flip it, and listen in the church, like, and then hear my bishop say, "What if it goes right? What if you succeed? What if like there's always a high and a low scenario when it comes to following through or not following through. But I was very very shy, and it showed in a lot of areas of my life. And I finally like let that go. I don't want to be that person anymore, and so I want to move in confidence. I want to move like I am that girl. I am that queen. I am that one. And so yeah, I hope that that influences other people also to step out on faith, step out on becoming and being all that God called us to be.
Well, I know you. What the so what's next for Miss Nessa P? What's next on your 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 journey as the people
Oh
come and check
goodness.
on your channel?
Well, as they continue on, like I want to branch out when it comes to doing like short sessions on the podcast site or
Mhm,
the podcast YouTube where I will
mhm,
go out and have a person pick up a question, pick a card, and you got to answer right then and there. Like, and I want to, engage strangers that I don't know. And that's, oh my goodness, Whew, that's, I've been fighting myself on that for a little minute. But I'm excited about it because I believe that that will one increase the exposure for the card deck and the podcast, and also get people talking and having the conversations that they don't know that they need to have in order to have that clarity and further understanding below just this is me, but who are you for real? Like what made you this way? And who do you want to become in your journey? And
ask
and
that
so
question.
that's what
Well, ask that question. By the way, she asked that. Yeah, that question. Go ahead and ask that question about what you would like to become as the journey
what
keep growing and growing on your channel.
Jarrett, you and these questions, sir.
Welcome to my world, girl.
I see. I'm here. I'm here for it. Okay. Uh, who do I want to become? Mm, I want to become the wisest, one of the wisest women, one of the best known evangelists. Um, hmm, one of the leading consultants, not just in education, but in doing this type of work as well. I want to be successful and prosperous, not just financially, but in reaching people and pouring out all that I have to pour. Um, and I want to become the best version of who I was meant to be in the process. And that's exactly what's happening. Um,
Mm.
I want to be a
Now,
mentor. I want to be, yeah.
now you got me crying because I'm got all that stuff from me too, bro. That's nice. But what the mentor of what? Like what kind of mentor? What kind of mentorship you want to do? What kind of mentorship?
Oh, I got you. I want to mentor people in dating and um in knowing themselves, in knowing God and seeking him. I want to mentor people in my line of in my profession, in my company. Like I want to build up future leaders, like to take over in such a way that has never happened in all the history of education. I want to mentor people when it comes to doing the work on themselves, like kind of like a life coach in a
Mm-hmm.
way.
Okay, okay.
Um, yeah.
So if someone like if you do it right now, if someone
Mhm.
comes to you in the head and asks you something, you know, I'm not gonna say like marriage problem. You ever gonna sit down and talk about it? If it's a marriage problem or a relationship problem or what such like that, this might
Mhm.
you want to sit down and talk to the person if they're going through something like that.
Yeah, I would. I've done it. Like I've done it a few times. Um, and I'm able to do it. Not that I have a certification for that, but
Right.
based off my life experiences in dating and the tools that I've gained and built and created along the way, I know that it's not just meant for me. I know that it's meant to help other people. So yes, absolutely. I will sit down with whoever wants to talk to me and share with me as long as the person has a willingness to be receptive to what I'm saying and like not just sit there, just sit there. Don't just come just to come and say you can't. Like, come on, get this wisdom, go do the work. That's it.
Uh, all right, we got one more. We got if y'all got any questions for Miss Nessa, please put in the comments and I'll put it up for you and we'll talk about it. But all the all the whole conversation we had from my channel to your channel, um, what have you? Well, you got your best friend. Want to ask a question?
So what's your oh Flaya, you're so crazy. Flaya, you are the bestest and baddest editor in all the land. Yes, ma'am. Hands down. Okay. You are awesome. And I know that you're going to continue to do great things. And you building your skill set. It's so crazy. And what was the second question? She said, what was the most, was it a challenging, what, the biggest lesson I've learned? Ooh. Ooh, why you ask me that? Uh, the biggest lessons that I've learned as a special ed teacher um, is to realize that people's problems come out in their actions towards you. It doesn't mean that it has anything to do with you. And that I can't control what other people do, but I can control what I do. And I choose to keep myself calm.
What make you I'm pick up on what you said. What make you
Mhm.
like when something goes like
And it goes left.
when something goes wrong? What make you calm when something goes wrong?
A lot of the times I will use the self-regulation strategies of deep breathing.
Mhm,
I will holler. I'm an advocate for scream therapy. I will scream if I need to. Um, Not to alarm people, but to
mhm.
get that buildup of energy out. I will also start praying. Sometimes, if I need to go for a walk, I'll go for a walk. If I need to start singing, I'll sing. I sing. So when I start singing, it's not necessarily just okay, back up. Nessa's about to pop off. No, 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 no. Let me be clear. I'm not an aggressive person when it comes to physical aggression or with
Mm-hmm.
my words
Mm-hmm.
to hurt. But if I feel that my blood is boiling and I'm about to like, if I have the thoughts that comes through my mind, like, oh, you need to go handle, whatever it is, like, then I know that it's time for me to just walk away. Or call for help. If I'm in a situation with a student and they are just on one, I have more empathy for my kids than I do for older adults. Um, if my student is in a behavior and they're being physically aggressive towards me, like giving me the business, beating me up. I've gotten so many injuries on this job of being a teacher, especially a teacher. Um, but if I feel like I don't have it in me to address a situation where it doesn't cause anybody harm, like then I won't engage. I'll just, hey, have your moment. Let me call for some assistance. If I need to restrain a kid, I have been CPI trained. Um, on doing the physical restraints. I don't like doing it. It makes my heart hurt to have to restrain a kid because I think about police brutality and things that babies have gone through at home, and I hate it. Like it breaks my heart to have to restrain a kid. What'd she say? She said, I wear many hats, which project am I most I don't know, Toya. I'm excited about all of them. I don't have, why y'all put me on the spot like
What
this?
the main? What the
Um,
main one? What the main have you? Rephrase the question. What the main have you worn to make it become Nessa now? What I know you got the special ed hat, you got the business hat, all that stuff. But what the main hat have you worn mostly?
mostly,
Yeah.
mostly it's been my educational consultant hat. Um, because that is going to produce a lot. It's going to be very prosperous. Not saying that all the others won't, but I'm also giving a lot of energy towards my writing and my podcast. Like it's like I got a little frustrated when I was doing it all at one time because I didn't know what to put where at what time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so it became a little overwhelming, but then I had to step back and alternate weeks. Like this week on spring break from teaching, so I get to focus on a lot more. But like last week I focused more so on Bridge to Ascend. The week before that it was Reviving the Art, and it was the book that I'm writing with my sister in the comments. And and yeah, those are the top few. What she
What
say?
the do tell what is the
The book do tell. Oh, okay. Are we really doing this today? Okay, fine. We got about 5 minutes. Okay. In 5 minutes, I will summarize the synopsis of the book in the making. Is a compilation of stories written by two authors about soul ties, breaking down the definition of soul ties, breaking down what we need to unlearn, what we have learned. Um, what else? It's giving life to any person, whether you're young or old, who has gone through trials and tribulations when it comes to relationships, especially those romantic relationships. A lot of us have gone through things and they've left us wounded from dealing with people who weren't healed as they entertained us or interacted with us. And now it's the time of undoing the damage from those experiences and allowing that to bless other people.
so how many chapters have you done in the book?
Wow. Okay, Jared. Yeah.
Isn't that my question? I mean, your it, it,
It's fine. We are working on chapter 2 at the moment. We're about done with it almost. And then we'll step into adding on for chapter 3. I believe, what is it, Toy, about like 8 total, I want to say. Um, or is it 10? I can't remember. Um, but we are going and being consistent and diligent about it because this is it's a time for it. It's time. The time is now for it to come out for the people to have what they need and be entertained at the same time. It's a lot. A lot of good stuff in there. Like, oh my God. When I say we be on our Zoom calls and our meetings, like just cracking up as we're working, like, and that's another part of how I know that this is what we're supposed to be doing because it comes easily, it comes effortlessly. It's smooth. Like we lose track of time. Even when I set timers, I'm just like, how, Sway? Like but it's definitely an enjoyable process for sure. There have been some moments where we're like kind of like treading lightly because we're friends. It's just like, I don't know about this. I don't what you think about this? Like, and so it's been interesting doing something that's quote unquote business related with someone that you know that you had a different type of relationship with starting out, like with us starting out as friends and then growing into sisters in Christ and like now entering into business things. I mean, she was already helping me again. She's my editor. So it's like we're just building as we go, like building that empire. And I'm excited about it.
I wish I had her up here, but here's the question: Who thought
Yeah.
do y'all like take turns of writing the script, the page, like one page, one per page, or y'all who get the ideas for of the book?
So what we did an outline of the book a while ago. We had actually started this a couple of years ago, and we both took the liberty of starting our own pathways of how the book is unfolding, and we co-write together during the sessions, and we give ourselves homework after the sessions end. Um, Now she's been better about that a little bit more than I have because I'm doing a whole lot. And I mean, she is too, but she's just like spewing it out like as she goes. And I'm just like, oh, that's great. Like, yes, okay, cool. But like, I, um, I have like as we get through chapter 2, I'll have to make myself mm, prioritize my time in such a way where I allocate at least 30 minutes to an hour a couple times out the week to go in and work on it because I mean what I say is gonna be out before this year is over. So it's gonna get done. I'm not worried about it. I just have to stay focused and disciplined.
Okay, and he said gonna be in the end of the year, like before Christmas or before the New Year's end. I mean, 2027.
Oh, maybe around that ballpark. I'm hoping like we'll have the pages done or the chapters finished. I want to say by fall and then go through the copyright process, which can take anywhere from a month to 3 months or longer, depending on what's happening. But I'm going to pray that it is approved and everything within 1 to 2 months. And then we can go forward with the rest of the process of getting it published.
All right, all right. One that you have since we ended the college, since we end, I'm glad you came took the time off to get on my channel and everything, and it's happy to have you on my channel. But what kind of any final comments to your to the com my
To the
audience before
viewers.
we leave out of here?
Yeah, just you guys check me out on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe, like my channel, like the content on there, reviving the art, starting with the heart. If you are a teacher or you have kids or know people who have kids who need educational consultant skills that I offer, I'm bridging the gaps between families, schools, and learners with and without disabilities. Visit bridgetoascend.com and send me a message. Get an appointment going with me. I'd love to sit and chat with you. And also on my TikTok, it's called Miracles in Motion. You can find the card deck to purchase your very own deck of Reviving the Art Starting with the Heart. And I'm going to actually have the workbook, the guided journal, uploaded before this week is over
Hmm.
for you guys to go and get that yourselves. Like I was telling Toya about it, and she was just like, "Well, I need that." I was just like, "Yes, girl, I got you. No problem, no problem at all." So yes, I'm so excited about all the things, y'all.
Well, thank you have for that, and I'm glad to have you on my channel. And thank you. Can we cover it out? Well, you can go ahead and play it out. I'm going to end this live. Go ahead and play it out, and then I'll we're gonna post it up later on. Go ahead and play out.
Okay. Father, we're coming for you right now. Thank you for this time. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with one another, to build in this community, Father, of doing your work, of building people up to be the best versions of themselves, Father God. We thank you for being all that you are and doing all that you do. We ask, Father God, that you would make this prosperous, make this shalom, make this experience that Jarrett has going on shalom, make everything that I'm doing, cause it to be prosperous as well, Father God. I pray that nothing is missing, lacking, or broken, that we are 100% healed, healthy, and whole every day, all day, that all is well and we lack nothing. Father, I pray that you get the glory out of everything we do as you cause all things to work together for our good and your glory, as you are the God of Ephesians 3:20. We ask that you would do exceedingly and abundantly above all we could ask or think of. And we ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I appreciate that, and I'll go ahead and drop you down, and I'll see you soon,
All right,
and
Jared. Thank you.
all that good stuff. All right, y'all. That was Nessa, one of my good friends. Well, it's my good friend now since we are connected now. So I appreciate that, and it was an honor and a privilege to get to know her, like behind the scenes, all that good stuff, and it was great to see it. So the next interview, I don't know when, where, all that good stuff, but it's coming soon, and I'll keep you posted on that one. And I will be back on the Bit channel Friday morning. I just told you on the Bit channel that I will be there on the Bit channel on the at Friday morning. So I keep you posted on the next interview. I don't know when, but we're gonna get one very soon. So on that, I appreciate everybody to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you for stopping by, showing love for this amazing interview, and let's go get out of here. And I love y'all. I'll see y'all Friday morning. All right, peace.